So much of love. See, over love is also dangerous.
Okay.
Anything what you do over is negative.
Life is all about positive. How come this word or this line came up?
Always best to be a normal person to 1,000 people than a great person to one person. So after breakup, no friendship. Or if you're in a toxic relationship, get out of it. The most watched video in my thing is what to do when your best friend leaves you. So that clearly shows me best friend is the biggest issue. Married people, the most common relationship is you're leaving third party to involve in your relationships. It could be your mother or your mother-in-law, your father-in-law and friends. Shiva Shakti. Shiva is never complete without Shakti. Shakti is not complete without Shiva. Right? But what people are doing, Shakti is saying, I am Shakti, I am stronger than Shiva. Shiva is saying, I am Shiva, I am stronger than Shiva is what is happening in the current married life.
हेलो दिक सर, वेलकम टू मैनिफेस्ट विद विजय।
Thank you.
अच्छा, आपने ऑलरेडी 250 प्लस टॉक दे चुके हैं, राइट? सो कैन यू गिव सम योर पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस व्हाइल यू वेर गिविंग द टॉक एट पुलिस एकेडमी भोपाल?
Yeah. See, different sessions have different kind of people, right? And different kind of people have different kinds of questions, right? Now, when I gave it in Bhopal, in Central Academy, the core questions were all senior adults. So their questions was about a father and a son relationship.
Okay.
That as I always joke and say, today's children look at parents as an ATM bank account. जब तक पैसा आ रहा है पापा नहीं आ रहा पापा मुझे
सही बात है,
right? So most people go from that way. So if you naturally see it, that adults have a different question. Mostly they ask about the youth. Youth have a different. They don't ask about parents that much. But most youth questions I get is about relationships.
right?
70% of the girls and boys who came to me came with a breakup issue.
Okay.
Right? Most of the question. Then only parents. Then only exams and career and future and all that stuff.
Okay.
So there is a lot of gap in that relationship issue. There's a lot of gap or clarity which people don't have. So if you go to adults, it's all about parenthood. When you go about youth, it's all about children's, that relationships, what is friendship. Most of the people don't know what friendship is. Because I believe friendship is a scam.
Okay.
Right? If you ask me how, I'll tell you. But friendship is a very scammy relationship.
Okay.
Because people don't know what they're getting into. But on a longer perspective, it works against them. So as long as it's working against them, they don't know how to get out of it. The most watched YouTube video is what to do when a best friend leaves you. My most watched YouTube.
Right.
Maybe it costs around 70 or 80K. But the most watched video in my thing is what to do when your best friend leaves you. So that clearly shows me best friend is the biggest issue.
As per the data.
Right? So what you're naturally saying is, so different age group have different questions and you can't really zone in, because I go on stage and I'd ask people, ask me any question from birth to death. जो भी दिल से आ रहा है पूछो. Whatever you ask a brother, ask.
Okay.
Don't ask me one question how I'm answering. Everything else can be asked. Right?
Got
So
it.
that's what happens in the session. So it's instantly Q&As. Right? I don't go on. Most of my sessions are not prepared. It's mainly Q&A. Ask and the answer will come.
Okay. अभी आपने बताया कि आपकी जो मोस्ट कमिंग क्वेश्चंस आपको जो पूछा जाता है दैट इज अबाउट द रिलेशनशिप, एंड मोस्टली यूथ का ये होता है कि इन द रिलेशनशिप इज इधर लव, इधर बेस्ट फ्रेंड, इधर फ्रेंड्स. सो माय क्वेश्चन इज व्हाट इज लव? प्यार क्या होता है?
See, love, there is different forms of love. मदर का लव होता है, फादर का लव होता है, एनिमल का लव होता है, नेचर का लव होता है, गॉड का लव होता है, and then you have this love, which you call the youth's love.
Correct.
So which love you want me to talk about?
See, right now the hot topic of love is either
A
girlfriend, boyfriend, either
So
husband, wife.
No, husband and wife is a
The
different
two
different
parties
ballgame,
there.
right? The husband and wife, there is different love, and before I only confirm relationship after marriage. बाकी सब time pass है.
Okay.
Right? जो भी आप उससे पहले कर रहे हो वो टाइम पास. शादी करने बाद यू आर सीरियस इन अ रिलेशनशिप.
चलो टाइम पास पे ही आते हैं. बॉयफ्रेंड गर्लफ्रेंड का क्या बात है?
Okay, so boyfriend girlfriend. Let me make it very simple. Most of the youth are not in love. They are in gap filling love. Gap filling में love के मतलब मम्मा ने मुझे केयर नहीं दिया. एक लड़का केयर दे रहा है. Oh, it is love. पापा ने अटेंशन नहीं दिया. एक लड़की मुझे अटेंशन दे रहा है. Oh, it is love. मैं रखता हूँ उसको क्योंकि वो तो अटेंशन तो दे मेरा मुझे.
अच्छा.
So naturally what is happening is it's all gap. So जितना वो person is supporting you, you will be there. जो support नहीं मिल रहा है वो busy हो गया. Breakup.
Okay.
Right? So what is seeing is that is whatever happens, something you're not getting in the family.
Mm-hmm.
What I say most youth is, most of the youth go in out of search of love
Okay.
when they don't get care, attention, respect within their family.
Okay.
So they are only going in search of this fake love. It's not love,
Okay.
right? Because if it is love, it is only one-sided. Love normally,
Uh-huh.
right? How do you be in real love?
Mm-hmm.
First, you got to love yourself.
Okay.
Now, when you don't love yourself, you can't love another person.
Right. Self-love.
Yeah?
Right.
But how many people are doing for self-love? Now, I'll tell you a simple question, Bijay. When you go in the mirror,
Uh-huh.
do you see yourself?
Yes.
Okay. When you go in the mirror and you see, यार आज मेरा hair style ठीक नहीं है.
Never.
Never? Or you know, आज मुझे एक scar है मेरे face, एक pimple आ गया.
Never.
You don't think about that at all?
No.
Maybe you love yourself, but most of the people will say, यार आज मेरा hair ठीक नहीं है. Why you are saying that? किसी और का अच्छा hair आप mirror में देख रहा है.
Okay.
Understood? Comparison is there. So in the mirror also, you are not looking at yourself.
Okay.
So you're looking at, यार आज मेरा hair, आज में 6 abs नहीं है, और कोई celebrity को compare कर रहा है 6 abs नहीं है.
Okay.
यार आज मेरा dress ठीक नहीं है, किसी और का dress आप देख रहा है. So mirror में भी आपको नहीं देख रहा है, तो आप self love कैसे कर सकते हैं?
तो इसको affection बोल सकते हैं?
इसको क्या?
अगर ये love नहीं है, तो is it affection?
No, it is just an attraction towards that gap.
Okay.
कोई मुझे compliment parents ने आपको नहीं दिया.
Okay.
ये लड़का मुझे कॉम्प्लीमेंट दे रहा है, ओह यार ये तो मेरा लव है, क्योंकि मुझे ये नहीं मिला. अब ये मिलने के बाद ये तो यार मैं तो क्रेव कर रहा था इसके लिए, अब ये दे दिया मुझे, हाँ ये लव है, ओके प्रपोज करता हूँ. राइट? एंड सम इज अट्रैक्शन. देखकर यू हैव अ सेलिब्रिटी, यू हैव अ मदर एंड अ सिस्टर पैकेज व्हिच यू हैव मेड इन योर हेड. ये लड़की मैच कर रहा है, तो प्रपोज करो.
Okay.
Some is physical, some is the visual, some is उसका बात मुझे अच्छा लगता है, क्योंकि माँ half the time आपको trash कर रहा है घर में. Right? So some people like the hug. या मामा ने कभी आपको hug नहीं किया, लड़की आके hug कर रहा है, यार ये तो ये love हो गया. So it is not real love. It is that gap.
Okay.
Right? And when the gap is fulfilled, now for example, I'll give a girl's example. Father never took her or took care of her very much. Right? She finds a guy who carries her and walks everywhere. यार मैं ये करता हूँ, मैं मुझे ड्रॉप करता हूँ, मैं पैक लेता हूँ. Boys become slave in relationship is what I say.
Okay.
ये क्या आप begging कर रहा है ना, मुझे हाँ बोलो ना.
Okay.
Proposal क्या होता है? Begging ही होता है.
So marriage also like same, no?
No, like, see, marriage is different, but proposal is what? It is begging only.
Okay.
If you're really a good, strong person, girl will come to you, no? ये अभी लड़की सब पीछे भाग रहा है, यार हाँ बोलो ना, हाँ बोलो ना, हाँ बोलो. ये बेग करके क्या मिलता है आपको? पैसा नहीं मिलता, जो बाकी है वो ही मिलता है आपको.
Okay.
Right? What I say is be someone first. Okay. And then attract the person who you have become.
Okay.
पहले कुछ बनो ना, फिर पूछो. ये बनाने से पहले बेग कर रहा है, यार मुझे दियो यार डिग्री में क्या वैल्यू है आपका? कुछ नहीं. फर्स्ट ईयर डिग्री में प्रपोजल शुरू होता है.
ओके. या
क्या मिलता है उसमें? डिग्री वाला पहले क्या वैल्यू है उसका? कुछ नहीं. क्या कौन मिलने वाला है? बीक ही मिलने वाला है आपको.
करेक्ट.
राइट? एक सीनियर ऑफिसर बनो या इंजीनियर बनो, फिर पूछो, वही लड़की हाँ बोलेंगे. उसका वो नहीं पूछेगा मामा जैसे, उससे पूछो, वो हाँ बोलेंगे, मिलेगी लड़की. इतना आसान काम है लड़की और लड़के को मिलना. पर आपको काम नहीं करना, बीक में लेना है लड़की को. तो बीक में आता है, समय आता है, उसको वैल्यू नहीं आएगा, वो छोड़कर जाने वाला.
राइट.
द गर्ल्स एग्जांपल. अभी गर्ल यू कैरिंग, आपका हाथ तो थक होने वाला है. आप तो ब्रेक रहे, उसको नीचे रखेंगी. ओ क्या हुआ, तुम मुझे पहले तो इतना उठा रहा था, अभी नहीं उठा रहा, कुछ तो प्रॉब्लम है. ब्रेकअप. कोई और लड़के को ढूंढ रहे उठाने के लिए. राइट. सो दे आर गोइंग दिस गैप. यार कौन मुझे ये गैप फिल करेंगे, कौन मुझे गैप. ओके, उसको हाँ बोलता हूँ. एंड मोस्ट यूथ क्रॉस द लाइन ऑफ गोइंग फिजिकली आल्सो.
ओके.
यार जो भी लव है, शादी के बाद फिजिकल जाओ ना, उससे पहले क्यों जा रहे हो आप? बिकॉज यू डोंट वैल्यू योरसेल्फ.
Okay.
See, if you value your body, if you respect yourself, you won't go into physical relationship with a random guy.
But don't you think if the boy and girl, they both have the consent, is this
marry? No. Why before marriage? After consent, you are breaking up, no? So then, what is the proof of your consent?
Now, after marriage, also the divorce rate are high. So,
after marriage, in generally. Divorce rate is high in love marriage.
हाँ.
Arranged marriage, now divorce is happening. Two reasons. One is लोग रश में शादी करवाते हैं लड़की या लड़के को.
Okay.
दूसरी बात, मम्मा पापा ज्यादा इन्वॉल्व हो रहा है शादी में.
But that is an Indian traditional.
Every relationship is having right now issue because third party is being involved.
Okay.
Divorce का main reason क्या होता है? मम्मा पीछे लगा हुआ. See, for example, now you have different countries having a war. Right? You will see one country is backed up by one country, one country is backed up. वो backup नहीं आएगा, negotiation शुरू होता है वो लोग से. मेरे पीछे ये है, okay, लड़ने वाला हूँ. नहीं हो तो negotiation. So that's why most arranged marriage, parents long time never used to get involved.
Okay. Okay.
बेटी को कन्यादान दे दिया, they don't get too involved. Then what happens? Negotiation will come. Backup is not there. But the other thing is nowadays guys are also too dependent on the mother and father also. That's the other. कोई अपना stance नहीं लेता. जब मैंने अपना स्टैंड नहीं लेता, आपका बीवी का साइड, वाइफ का साइड आप नहीं लेने वाला है, obviously problem will start.
Okay.
Right? You have this great concept about माता पिता गुरुदेवा, if you heard.
Correct. Correct.
But वो तो सिंगल सेंट बोल रहा है ना. अभी मैरिड लोग क्या बोलेंगे? हस्बैंड वाइफ एक, फिर माता पिता गुरुदेव. क्योंकि आप एक अच्छा हस्बैंड और वाइफ नहीं होगा तो किधर माँ किधर पापा.
Correct.
So if you really see, it's a natural process of the purity of husband and wife is lost nowadays. Right? सबसे बड़ी जोक हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ के ऊपर आता है ना.
हाँ.
क्यों?
नहीं पता है.
वही है सबसे, क्योंकि आप आप यू टेक इट फॉर ग्रांटेड. यार मामा पे जोक करेंगे, यार किसने मेरे मामा के बारे में बोला. वो वैसा कौन लड़का जब बीवी के बारे में बोल, किसने मेरे बीवी के बोला, नहीं यार आप भी हंसेंगे, हाँ 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 सब लड़कियां ऐसा ही होता है.
True.
और some boys have seen publicly बोलते हैं मेरा बीवी ऐसा ही है.
Respect.
Right? So the problem is that अभी आप जोक कर रहे हैं बीवी के बारे में, but when you go home you're going to get the wife only, no?
Right.
So people have begin to see every relationship as a contract, as a product.
Correct.
अभी एक main problem is parents in generally, because when youth ask me a question, I will say it's a youth problem and plus what. Now for example, marriage time. एक माँ उसके लड़के को क्या बोलता है? अच्छा जॉब मिलो, लड़की मिलेगा.
हाँ, मोस्टली
राइट. कोई नहीं बोला अच्छा हस्बैंड मिलो, अच्छा बीबी मिलेगा. राइट. तो आप भी वैल्यूज भी दे रहे हैं. ट्रॉफी है, तुम इतना डिग्री लगाओ ये ट्रॉफी मिलेगा, तुम ये सैलरी लगाओ ये ट्रॉफी मिलेगा. तो लड़की को आप एक दूसरा लड़की विच इज योर मदर किसी और गर्ल को ट्रॉफी जैसा दिखा रहा है, तो लड़के वो वैल्यू नहीं देता. वो ट्रॉफी वैल्यू नहीं होता, छोड़कर नया ट्रॉफी ढूंढेंगे.
राइट.
और लड़कियों को क्या बोलता है? इंडिपेंडेंट बनो, अपने दम पे रहो. यार लड़के से और टेकिंग मनी फ्रॉम योर हस्बैंड नथिंग रॉन्ग. यू आर वन ओनली, नो. एज वी से इन द यू आर व्हेन यू आर मैरिड यू बिकम
one,
two people in one soul.
Correct.
Right? That's what the concept of marriage is.
Right.
Many people don't know what marriage is. Why? Many youth ask me, sir, why do you get married? That's a different discussion altogether. पर मुझे क्या बताना है कि the most powerful relationship above mother, above father is husband and wife.
Okay.
My analysis. Because if husband and wife is not there, where is a good mother? Where is a good father? But many people give priority to mother.
Right.
Many people give priority. Married people will always say wife first, and the wife will say husband first, then mother, father. But before marriage, mother first. That is a single saints. Yeah,
Correct.
single saint ka feminine energy comes from the mother. That you will see most of the saints' mother also will be spiritual sometimes. They will also be considered as godly or saintly. But after marriage, ball changes.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And that's how the dynamics works. So divorces are happening because that girl and boy, as Shiva Shakti, right? It's not together. It's all manipulated by mother, father. किसने मेरे बेटी के बारे में बोला? यार husband ही बोला. क्या husband नहीं बोले? कौन बोलेंगे फिर? एक husband एक गलती कर रहा है, the wife will shout. It's normal process. क्योंकि wife ही आपको बता सकता है.
Correct. Correct.
But then it is just a natural process that सब लोग granted ले रहे हैं. अब जब relationship granted ले रहा है, वो तो टूटने वाला ही है. Time is needed, respect is needed, trust is needed. And being there for each other is needed. No one is being there. यार friend ने बोला ऐसा, तुम ऐसा ही है. Trust the person, have faith in the relationship, and try to win. अभी क्या husband wife, मुझे मेरा प्लान है, मैं आपका प्लान है. कौन जीत रहा है? Husband उसका साइड में जीत रहा है, wife उसका साइड में जीत रहा है. यार फिर शादी क्यों करूँ आपका? Right? So the problem here is that is marriage isn't a problem now. क्योंकि सब अपने बारे में सोच रहा है ना, अपने बारे में सोचे फैमिली किधर है फिर? See, it is not about me and me, it is about we.
Right.
जब we के बारे में सोचता है, sometimes you have to slow down something, sometimes you can go fast on something, sometimes you both can cover and you can go super fast.
Correct.
But नहीं, मेरा ड्रीम ये है, आपका ड्रीम ये है, आप लगे हो आपके ड्रीम पे, आप लगे हो, शादी नहीं करो ना. Which most of the youth are doing. मेरा ड्रीम है, कोई नहीं, because you in marriage it has to move from me to we. The M is like this, it has to change to W.
Correct.
If that M doesn't change to W, you're asking for trouble in marriage. So divorces happen, it's always me. If you want marriage, it should come we. And the day it comes we is when the marriage is beautiful. Now you'll say, यार marriage में लड़ाई होता है because you are countering each other to improve. And when you're counting, like your wife always wants the husband to do well, and the husband also wants to do the wife well. So when you want someone to well, you'll push.
Right.
When you push, it might be irritated. By that, you will conflict. That's normal because you're challenging each other and not competing with each other.
Okay.
A husband will always challenge the wife. A wife will always challenge the husband. But that's a challenge. यार आप अच्छा बन सकता है.
Right.
I'm triggering you in different ways, but आपका अच्छा ही के लिए कर रहा है. That's what I'm saying. Boys only become a man after marriage. Girls only become a man after a woman after marriage. Yeah, शादी से पहले और girls and boys only.
So you believe that it's never are in the love, it is only attraction?
Generally yes. Abhi now you'll say when it is right. Abhi एक लड़की be brothers and sisters, no?
No, brother and sister can't marry, no?
No, it's see at the end of the day, long time ago, people used to marry within the family.
Okay.
Long time ago.
Okay.
Your chacha's daughter, you'll marry because the property doesn't go out. You know, that's that big concept used to be there long time in India. What I say is, right now, at the youth stage, see everyone as a sister. When time comes out of that, pick a sister and marry, you know.
Okay.
Right? So the point is that is, yeah, do you see a girl as a sister or not? The other thing is girls are also not seeing the brother point. That's the other issue. See, what I say is, no one can do anything wrong to a girl when you see her as your sister.
That's right.
See, all girls are sisters. I still have a question once I asked publicly. A guy asked me, sir, when I talk to girls, I become very nervous. I asked him a question, yeah, when you're talking to sister, are you getting nervous? He's saying, no, वो तो ठीक ठाक चल रहा है. वो दूसरी लड़कियों का sister जैसा देखो ना. When you're shifting it from sister और किसी और negative concept you're looking at it is when the nervousness starts. So अंदर का conscious बोल रहा है गलत कर रहा है. That's why you're feeling nervous. If you're feeling nervous talking to girls, sister से बाद भी nervousness होगा, mother के बाद भी nervousness होगा. So what you have to see is that is, if you start seeing girls as brothers and sisters, the respect will be maintained. You won't cross the line having physical relationships. You won't cross that. Even best friends are also dangerous.
Okay.
Right? Brothers, sisters is the most next purest relationship between a girl and a boy. But girls and boys cannot be friends is what I believe. I can
that I
prove
true.
it.
That I
Okay, you believe it's good. Most people don't. Yeah, girls and boys can be friends. Girls and boys cannot be friends. If they are friends, there is a deeper thing behind it. If we go, that's why I always joke and say, girls say, sir, I have a lot of boyfriends. सबको राखी बंधाओ, friend बनो. कितना लड़का से राखी बनेंगे? Guys are waiting for the girl to have a breakup. तो वो propose करेंगे, अंदर आ सकता है. So technically that's the reality. Every boy knows that. They will say, no, brother. यार breakup होने दो. फिर जब गम में बैठता है, वो propose भी जाएगा, and she's going to say yes.
Okay.
See, every love starts with friendship. This gap filling love. सब friendship में शुरू होता है. या friendship ही में ज़्यादा मत बनो. So you're safer. Right? Every friendship will move best friends. Best friends के बाद proposal. Proposal के बाद हाँ.
Okay, this is the consequence. This is the process of the...
Yeah, love at first sight is scam. It only happens in the movies.
Okay.
Right? Love at first sight, पिछले जन्म का रिश्ता है, मैंने ड्रीम में देखा, वो सब मूवी वाला डायलॉग्स है.
Okay.
Love has a pure process. You start with friendship. You start with best friends and then proposal and then the love happens.
Okay.
That too not love, gap filling love. Friend बन के gap fill करके proposal दे रहा है. वो ना नहीं बोल सकती. क्योंकि वो gap तो fill कर रहा है आप. तो gap तो मुझे permanent चाहिए fill करना. तो हाँ मैं बोलता हूँ. And in return you will give some other gap. Maybe he like physical relationships.
ओके
क्योंकि उसका माँ कभी नहीं उसे हग नहीं किया,
हाँ
तो हग मिलने से वो, एंड दैट फिजिकल रिलेशनशिप क्रॉसेस इनटू वेरियस अदर
ओके
things, and then the breakup happens. It is very difficult to get out of breakup after physical relationship. You can get out. Anything you can get out if you have the right heart and mindset for it. But my suggestion to the youth is, यार जो भी करना है, physically don't get. Because it's very difficult, and it's both for boys and girls. I'm not saying only girls. There are many guys who come to me after physically they're broken after the breakup happens. Right? So value yourself. Diamonds are not for everyone.
Okay,
Right?
that's true.
Right?
That's
but
true.
you are being like a stone, being available to everyone. People only value a stone.
That's very hard though.
Right? So most people are being stones, being freely available for guys, being freely available for girls. Right? And when you're freely available, people are just going to misuse you and play around with you.
Right. But now the youth who is either, let's say you said that see in the eye of either sisters or brothers, right? Now कोई एक यूथ है, राइट? नाउ ही उसके दिल में ऐसा कुछ हुआ कि मतलब ही इज थिंकिंग और सी इज थिंकिंग दैट नहीं ये मेरा ब्रदर नहीं, ये सिस्टर नहीं, कांट टेक इट, मेरा माइंड पे चल रहा है आई हैड टू प्रपोज, या फिर यही है मेरा सोलमेट. नाउ माय क्वेश्चन इज हाउ डू यू फाइंड अ सोलमेट?
See, first of all, for finding a soulmate, there's an age.
Okay.
आप बोल रहे हैं डिग्री में सुन रहे हैं, मुझे पीएचडी कैसे बन सकता हूँ? Marriage and soulmate is a PhD topic.
Okay.
Not a degree topic.
Okay.
So if it's not a degree topic, यार छोड़ो अभी ना, आपका टॉपिक ही नहीं है अभी. अभी desire आ रहा है, that is because you're watching too much of movies.
Bollywood movies.
Too much of exposure of love. ज्यादा रोमांटिक मूवी देखेंगे, ऑटोमेटिक लड़की को अट्रैक्शन भी आ जाता है. ज्यादा बहन ब्रदर का मूवीज देखो, ऑटोमेटिक बहन का फीलिंग्स आना शुरू हो जाएंगे.
करेक्ट.
So the problem is that is movies are generally pushing a lot of love. See, पहले हमारा टाइम था, ये लव सब, जो शादी का समय, उस टाइम लव स्टोरीज आ रहा था. फिर कॉलेज में आ गया, अभी तो मूवीज आ रहा है, 10वीं क्लास में प्रपोजल शुरू हो रहा है. तो वो बच्चे देखकर वो लोग भी प्रपोजल ट्राई कर रहा है, क्योंकि सेलिब्रिटी ने किया, मुझे भी करना है.
Right.
So the point is, if you expose too much that girls are a product, if you expose too much that I have to propose, if you expose too much that is love, you will try it. जैसे why do people drink soft drinks? यार सब लोग पी रहा है, सब लोग, मैं भी करता हूँ. Right? If you go and see in the Western or some cities, in the back of the soft drink, they say kids' concentration will be affected if you drink too much of it.
Right.
I don't know if it's there in Indian. I never had a look at the Indian Coca-Cola can. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't be using name. Just beep that Coca-Cola if you hear it, right? Because I don't want a defamation case coming out of it. Right? So,
Right.
My wife always picks me on that. He's saying, "No news names. It can go
Right.
against you."
Right.
People all know. No, they only put it in. I know they put
it.
it.
Already there.
It's already there on the can, right? So there's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
You can keep it. So they're already saying it'll affect the kids. Still up here. और दूसरे भगवान से बोल रहे, भगवान मुझे अच्छा हेल्थ दो. भगवान भी कंफ्यूज है, क्या करना है आपसे. राइट. सी, सॉफ्ट ड्रिंक्स इज बैड फॉर हेल्थ.
राइट.
एवरीवन नोस.
राइट.
स्टिल यू ड्रिंक.
राइट.
और दूसरे में भगवान को प्रार्थना कर रहा है, यार गॉड मुझे हेल्थ दो. भगवान भी कंफ्यूज है, क्या आपको देना, हेल्थ चाहिए या आपको सॉफ्ट ड्रिंक को.
राइट.
सो यू आर आस्किंग गॉड और यूनिवर्स ऑल्सो द थिंग्स विच इज वर्किंग अगेंस्ट यू. और एक साइड में बोला, भगवान मुझे प्रोटेक्ट करो. यार प्रोटेक्शन ही देने वाला है, तो हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू गेट अ रॉन्ग गर्ल इनटू योर लाइफ आल्सो.
राइट.
बट डिजायर तो ज्यादा है. ओके, पीकर लेट द ब्रेकअप हैपन, तब मेरे पास आएगा, उस टाइम में ज्ञान देता हूँ. सो गॉड एंड यूनिवर्स आल्सो प्लेइंग अराउंड. यार लव में ज्यादा देख रहे हैं, जाकर ब्रेकअप करो, फिर वो सही तरह से लड़की चूज करेंगे. व्हाई ब्रेकअप इज पॉजिटिव, यू आस्क मी. द यूथ बिकम्स वाइज टू चूज हु द राइट वाइफ इज.
ओके.
अभी तो डिजायर में चले, उसका हेयर स्टाइल अच्छा है, उसका लुक्स अच्छा है, उसका बॉडी अच्छा है, प्रपोज करता हूँ.
राइट.
पर आप रिलेशनशिप बताइए, उसका कैरेक्टर ही सही नहीं है, वो उसका ज्ञान मिल गया. नेक्स्ट टाइम जब वाइफ को आप ढूंढेंगे, उसका ठीक ठाक दिखने में है, पर तो कैरेक्टर तो अच्छा है, मैं हाँ बोलता हूँ. सो एवरी ब्रेकअप मेक्स अ गुड मैरिज.
करेक्ट.
दैट्स हाउ ब्रेकअप इज पॉजिटिव.
ओके.
दूसरी बात, आफ्टर ब्रेकअप यू वैल्यू बिगिन, यू आइदर डिस्ट्रॉय योरसेल्फ. People who meet me, they'll bring back the value back. Where I show them, diamond to bano. So that's the joke of life, right? Most of the boys who have 2-3 girlfriends, or girls who have 2-3 boys, यार सब तालियां बजा रहे उसको. यार तू तो स्टड है, तू तो हीरो है, 3 लड़कियां से. पर आपको पता नहीं 3 लड़की एक लड़के को यूज कर रहा है, उसका वैल्यू किधर है? वो तो टिश्यू पेपर ही है,
राइट।
उसका कॉम्प्लेक्स है, उसका वो तो ढूंढ रहा है किधर है मेरा माँ का लव। 3 लड़की में भी उसको नहीं मिल रहा है, तो उसका वैल्यू देखो। आप तो क्लैप कर रहे हैं गलती पे, राइट? यार तुम तो हीरो है यार, 3 लड़की से घूम रहा है यार, 3 लड़की आपको यूज कर रहा है, क्या वैल्यू आपका? तो ऐसा वाला लोग को नीचे दिखाओ पहले, तो आपका वैल्यू ऊपर हो जाएंगे।
Right.
Work it from that point. I think I talked about a lot of different topics with one question.
Right. But I'll counter on that.
Counter, go ahead.
See, so let's say, as you said, कि हमारे टाइम पे let's say millennials, then Gen Zs, then Gen Alphas, जैसे ये जनरेशन बदलता रहता है, don't you think the definition of love also changes?
Human beings are always the same.
हाँ.
Body, heart, and mind.
Okay.
ये 3 ही होता है लोगों से. Right? If you go spiritual, you have a soul. But heart and soul is linked in general. So body, mind, and heart. वो तो 10 साल पहले भी सेम ही होता है, 100 साल पहले भी सेम ही होता है, 1000 years before also it was same.
Okay.
In future also is going to be same. Human तो change नहीं हो रहा. ये surroundings ही change हो रहा है, and people don't know how to manage the surrounding. That's where most of the problems are coming.
Okay.
You can say Gen Z also have the same feeling. Millennials also have the same feeling. Whatever alpha you said is also having the same feeling. वो जब तक मनुष्य है, body, mind and heart, that doesn't change. If that doesn't change, solutions also don't change.
Right.
It is you're picking on different things.
Right.
Right? Long time ago, you were addicted to calling on the phone. Now you're addicted to the mobile phone. Addiction तो होता है लोगों.
Right.
Now, why do you have, now, if you ask me why you have addiction, different discussion again. Right? So what I'm trying to say is that if you're not happy in life, you will need an addiction to satisfy your life. If you're not happy in life, you will need an addiction to satisfy your life.
Right.
तो कोई लव में जाता है, कोई मोबाइल पे जाता है, कोई सेलिब्रिटीज पे जाता है, कोई क्रिकेट में जाता है. You will find an addiction because यार इतना गम में बैठा हुआ है, कुछ तो पकड़ना है, which I feel satisfied.
Right.
So that's how it all works.
Okay. Now I'll come to your statement also that you said कि अगर कोई मेल है 3 फीमेल के साथ वो फ्लर्ट कर रहा है या फिर इन रिलेशनशिप एंड वाइस वर्सा, ठीक है. नाउ माय क्वेश्चन इज अ पर्सन हु इज बीइंग in relationship with other one who is already have a multiple relationship, how do I find? So direct question would be, how do I find that someone is cheating on me?
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यार एज नहीं है, नहीं जाओ पहले. ये अंदर जाके ये चीटिंग के बारे में ज्ञान करने के लिए क्यों? दैट्स द फर्स्ट स्टेप. आइदर तो आप डम है कि आपको पता नहीं चल रहा है, या लव ही नहीं होता. लव क्या होता है? जो भी जिसको भी आप लव करो, छोड़ो फ्री ना, वो आएगा आपके पास वापस. बट इफ इट्स प्योर लव, राइट? बट इफ इट्स नॉट प्योर लव, वो तो आपका मिसयूज कर रहा है. Because he wants your physical stuff, you're giving physical stuff. वो तो हाँ जानू ये जानू, वो उसमें आप फंसा हुआ है. So people only cheat you if you allow them to cheat.
But how do I find that someone is cheating?
Don't get into it.
That मतलब
see that's where the problem is. यार how do you find if soft drink is going to affect my health? यार नहीं पियो ना. आप बोल रहे हैं आप तो फंस रहा है, आपको ही पता है आप ये फंसा रहा है, तो क्यों जा रहा है उधर? You get the point. So people are there, करना है फिर भी प्रोटेक्टेड होना है, वो नहीं होता. तो आपको जो भी करना है साफ सुथरा करो, you're protected. आप वो उसको गलती करके उससे मैं कैसे निकलूं, यार नहीं करो पहले.
अच्छा हो गया उसका,
हो गया. See, अभी how do you find, if you see first of all, if आप एक भ्रम में बैठा हुआ है, you can't find that cheating. माँ ने मुझे लव केयर नहीं दिया, वो लड़का वो केयर दे रहा है, उस पर आप फंसा हुआ है, यू विल नेवर फाइंड ही इज चीटिंग और नॉट, क्योंकि आपको केयर ही चाहिए. वो लड़का तो दे रहा है, खत्म. ये केयर मैं अपने आप में बना सकता हूँ. ये केयर मुझे माँ से नहीं चाहिए. आई कैन गो टू गॉड, आई कैन गेट अ ब्रदर, आई कैन गेट अ सिस्टर, आई कैन गेट अ फ्रेंड. उस पर मैं सॉल्व कर सकता हूँ. लड़का की जरूरत ही नहीं होता.
राइट.
Yeah, so the point what I'm trying to make you understand is, यार gap का solve करो ना. Then you don't need a guy. Now I'll tell you something. I had a talk with a group of girls. Right? They came to me and told me, sir, most of the people are telling me we girls are attracted among ourselves because we are not making any boyfriends.
Okay.
So boys सब लोग angle कर रहे हैं लड़की को. You both girls like each other. That's why you're not having a boy.
Okay. That's
right?
a perception.
That's a
They're
perception,
building.
right? But they've been pushing.
Okay.
The society or the friends or the group were pushing a group of 6-7 girls, really pretty girls. 6-7 girls came to me. It was a girls' college. They came to me. I said, "Sir, we are all being pushed, saying that we are attracted to girls. Is there something wrong with us or the society?"
Okay.
So I asked simple question: do you have a very good relationship with your mother? I said, yeah. Do you love your mother? Yeah. How's your father relationship? As a very friendly relationship? Yeah. You don't need a boy. But then the society was pushing her, yeah, you're attracted to girls, you have girls and girls attraction, और वो गलती में वो लोग फंस रहा है relationship में.
Okay, because of the atmosphere.
Because of the atmosphere and the peer pressure. इसके पास girlfriend है, मुझे भी चाहिए.
Now फिर again they compare.
And then again they go, then you get a cheated guy, क्योंकि आपको ही पता नहीं आप क्यों जा रहे हैं. आप क्यों जा रहे हैं? क्योंकि society मुझे girl और girl attraction नहीं बोलना है, इसलिए मैं जा रहा हूँ. तो आपको ही पता नहीं आप क्यों जा रहे हैं relationship पे, तो आपको cheating ही होने वाला है. जब आप कोई कर रहा है, उसका ज्ञान भी नहीं होता है, लोग तो cheat ही करने वाला है. So technically what you have to see is when you don't have that mother's love, you will go search. So if you have a great relationship with your parents, you don't need a girl, you don't need a boy. If you have a good brother or sister, वो क्या गाय का जरूरत क्या होता है? कुछ तो गलत करना है, इसलिए you need a guy. Right? That's why I tell people, जो भी relationship है, मामा पापा से बोलो ना, क्या क्यों? क्योंकि आपको ही पता है आप गलत कर रहे हैं.
Right.
मैं यूथ को गारंटी से बोलता हूँ, जो भी करना है जिंदगी में करो, पर टेबल में खड़ा होके बोलना चाहिए मैं कर रहा हूँ. करो, पूरा परमिशन, पूरा फ्रीडम है. राइट. एंड पीपल से, सर कोई टॉपिक जो भी मैं चल रहा, मैं पेरेंट्स से बात नहीं कर सकता. वो गलत ही बात नहीं कर सकता. वो अच्छा ही मामा है पास है, क्यों मैं ब्रदर तो होगा उससे नहीं मैं पर्सनल है. अब पर्सनल है तो अकेला रहो ना. जब जरूरत होता है मामा पापा के पास आया. जब now for example I talk to a girl, a boy goes in front of her, takes a blade and says that मैं हाथ काटने वाला, आप हाँ नहीं बोलेंगे तो. Right? Girl is furious, don't know what to do. She tells to the mother. Mother also don't know what to do. And I was having a conversation with the daughter and the mother. ऐसे पापा से बोलो ना, खत्म हो जाएंगे. नहीं सब लोग डर कर रहे हैं. तो मैंने पुश करके वो लोगों ने हस्बैंड से बोला. हस्बैंड ने प्रिंसिपल कॉल किया, एक्शन लिया, प्रॉब्लम खत्म. 1 साल मदर एंड डॉटर वाज फ्यूरियस, क्या होने वाला है. पूरा डिप्रेशन में जा रहा है क्योंकि लड़का आके बोल रहा है. राइट. सो कभी कभार हम एक्शन नहीं लेता. कभी कभार हमारा पापा ही सबसे बड़े सपोर्ट होता है. उसको छोड़ के लड़के को पकड़ रहा है सपोर्ट के लिए. राइट. सो माय ड्यूटी टुवर्ड्स दिस वर्ल्ड इज टू ब्रिंग बैक द फैमिली, बिकॉज 90% ऑफ द सॉल्यूशंस आर सिटिंग विद दैट फैमिली ओनली. जिंदगी में जो भी प्रॉब्लम्स है आपके फैमिली में ही बैठने हैं. ओके. तो आपको ढूंढना है नहीं, वो आपकी मर्जी. या ये रिपीट करेंगे. Which if you hate your father, you will see that father kind of figure will be like your professor, or your father figure will be like your boss, or your father figure will be like your husband in future, or your wife in future. If you are not learning from that, child will be like your father. If you don't learn from that, your grandchild will be like your father. वो तो छोड़ने वाला नहीं आपको. So और यूनिवर्स और भगवान क्या कर सकते हैं? वो सीधा आके सॉल्व नहीं कर सकते, वो आदमी को ही बेच सकते हैं. Correct. So if you have an issue with your father, mother, fix it, or else it'll repeat. Right. You have a look at your life. Whichever kind of person who you hate will be repeating in your life. How much will you try?
तो अगर किसी भी इमोशनल गैप रहता है तो obviously there is a chances or high chances that person would go into depression.
See, emotions is equal to expectations, full stop. मैं सबसे कॉम्प्लिकेटेड इंग्लिश बोर्ड बोलो, मैं सिंपल से बात करूं, क्योंकि ये कभी कभार डिप्रेशन में बुक लिखा हुआ है. डिप्रेशन सिंपल है. एक्सपेक्टेशन बंद करो, इमोशंस खत्म. ओके. राइट. आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग दैट पीपल शुड लाइक मी. लोग लाइक नहीं करेंगे, सैड होता है. आई एम थिंकिंग दैट पीपल शुड ट्रीट मी इन सर्टेन वे. वो ट्रीट नहीं कर रहा है, एंगर आ जाता है. सो एट द एंड दैट इज ओनली इट इज. Stop expecting from the world, no?
Okay. Then how to make our emotion as intelligent? How do we practice that?
Do your best and full stop it there. अभी मैं ये सेशन कर रहा हूँ, मैं तो बस मेरा बेस्ट देने वाला हूँ. विजय क्या सोचने वाला है या ऑडियंस क्या सोच, मुझे फर्क ही नहीं करने वाला. मैं तो सच बोलने वाला हूँ. एक भैया की तरह दूसरे भैया को मैं ज्ञान देने वाला हूँ. एक्सेप्ट करना है नहीं करना, आपकी मर्जी. फॉलो करना है नहीं करना है, मुझे कुछ तो बेचने है नहीं. आई हैव नथिंग टू सेल.
Right.
Nothing to sell. You don't control me. My emotions is completely my control because I don't give a damn of what you are thinking.
Right.
I'm going to do my best. Full stop. right? I'm going to be the best, podcast which I'm going to give, full stop. I'm going to give you the best concept, full stop. That's it. I'm going to be the best husband, full stop. I'm going to be the best father, full stop. बच्चा love कर रहे नहीं फर्क नहीं पड़ता, wife love कर फर्क नहीं, full stop. When you do that, God works for you. Right? Because God, I'm doing my best. आपने मुझे माँ का रोल दिया, मैं तो सही तरह से करने वाला हूँ, जो भी हो आपकी हो. बट हम नहीं करते ना, नहीं मुझे ये कर रहा है भगवान, मुझे ये चाहिए वापस. Only then it is love. Only then love is always loving yourself and giving love. That's what all the saints have told. Give love. Love will come. So what I tell people is, instead of going in search of love, be so much love that people will come after your love, because 90% of people are living without love. So a little bit you give that love, people will come.
So now after all these things, right? So can you tell me one basic question? Out of all the relationship, is there anything that one person could find there is a toxic people, या toxic surrounding? There is two majority, right? Two different things. एक toxic people हो गए और एक toxic environment हो गया. How do I find the both?
See, first of all, before even getting into that, your first question is, मैं पहले इसके अंदर क्यों हूँ? Why me? That's the first question. Because only when why me is asked, solution आना शुरू होता है.
Okay.
If it is not me, someone else, आप लोगों का change को expect करके wait कर रहा है, वो तो change नहीं करने वाला. Right? तो मैं पहले ये toxic relation में क्यों हूँ? क्या गलती मैंने किया, क्या attraction में पड़ा हुआ है कि मैं I went in this toxic relationship. So that is the first step. Now, where do you put the toxic? Now, parents are toxic. That's a different discussion. Now, if you're in a relationship toxic, if you're taking a husband and wife relationship, it's a different. So there is 3 different areas of core of lives. Each toxicism has to be dealt differently.
Okay.
Right? So in summary, if parents toxic is there, try to stay out of them, stay away from them. When they are fighting, go into a room and sit there. Right? And read about good marriage life.
Okay.
Because जब मम्मा पापा नहीं दे रहा, पढ़ कर ले लो ना. That is one simple. I'm just giving summary. I can go deeper on all these topics, but I'm just giving you summary. Now, the next thing is, if you're going into relationships, which I don't recommend, but still people are, get out of toxic. You're not obliged to any guy. If he's toxic, thank you very much. If your friends are toxic, thank you very much. Yaar, किसने बोला you, if you become a friend, if you become a girlfriend, you have to be committed for if they are not toxic. That is stupidity. If you have a chance to throw ना. नहीं, फिर भी मुझे चाहिए. I still know some girls and boys after breakup, they'll say, sir, friend तो बन सकता है breakup के बारे में. नहीं होता. You've crossed friendship to love, वापस नहीं जा सकता. Because one person is always triggered in love.
Correct.
ये breakup जो mutual होता है, it's not true. Only one person is breaking up. अब देख लीजिए, जो भी हम mutually breakup किया, कोई तो एक आदमी का reason पहले डाला होगा. So the mutual relationship is a scam thing, which there's love is always there with one person still. So after breakup, no friendship. Or if you're in a toxic relationship, get out of it. Right? Or else you're going to kill the toxicism. Right? And now after marriage toxic, it is a different discussions altogether, because I really want to know the person who's telling toxic is the real toxic or the other person.
Okay, there is some dilemma there.
What happens is, everyone will say I am good, others are bad. Only when you bring both together, we'll know who's good and who's bad. Right. For example, a girl can come say, my husband don't allow me to go outside, and he keeps shouting at that. यार उसको पता है बाहर जाएगा तो कुछ गलत होने वाला है, हस्बैंड छोड़ेंगे. पर बोला नहीं मुझे कंट्रोल कर रहा है. यार उसको पता है बाहर जाएगा तो नहीं. For example, I'm not saying in India, in an unsafe environment, and he knows it's unsafe. ये नहीं जा बोले, नहीं उसको कंट्रोल करना है. So there are reasons of where the toxicum lies and who's the real reason. That's what I can't tell about general topics. When you ask me generally, I can say everything can be fixed. Okay. Even though in the most toxic relationship, you can fix it. Okay. Because olden days, there are many ladies who's had a very alcohol. Like I've talked to many, one lady. These are all married couples. Husband was too alcoholic. Okay. So I went her, talked to her, made her understand what she needs to change. He stopped alcoholism. Oh, okay. See, why is he in alcohol? Maybe his mother's care was not properly given to him. कुछ तो गम है. See, Devdas became Devdas because he didn't get the Paru's love. See, Devdas story is not a love story.
Okay.
That's the other thing. I'm thinking of Devdas anyways. But Devdas never a love story. It is how a girl breaks up and lives a happy life. Paru lived a happy life. Right? But then what we are saying is, nahi yaar, love story. यार क्या पीकर मरा हुआ आदमी को वो love story बोलता है. Right? So what you're trying to represent, or that now you can say, now if Paru and Devdas comes back, you'll say Devdas is toxic. But if you got the proper love, if you got the proper attention, naturally you will see that he will heal. See, love can heal anything.
Okay.
Provided you know what is real love. If you're not feeling that love, which of loving yourself and giving that love to outsiders, even alcoholic can be stopped. Things will change. Maybe you can't reduce it 100%, but what you expect, the husband will come.
Okay.
Right? Because love can heal anything. But most people don't reach that love. They want to expect. Acha wife bano, husband has to be good. Acha brother bano, sister theek ho jaye. Acha beta bano, when time comes, mother will be changed. But what people do, husband change karna, main to aise rehne wala. Then you are toxic for me. Yeah? जो भी change कर रहा है are good people. जो change ना कर रहा है, anyone who doesn't change are toxic people in the society.
Right. Now, in the era of this, right, कोई भी टॉक्सिक मतलब एनवायरनमेंट से निकल पाया या नहीं भी निकल पाया, देयर आर टू वे. बट एनी विच वे अगर टॉक्सिक से निकलता भी है, राइट, समवेयर इन अदर द माइंड कुछ नेगेटिव थॉट्स आते रहते हैं, राइट. सो हाउ डज अ पर्सन कैन और प्रैक्टिस समथिंग टू इराडिकेट दैट नेगेटिव थॉट्स, या फिर उस नेगेटिव थॉट्स को ऊपर से बाहर आ पाए?
First simple step. See, जो भी you tell me the most complicated problem is that simple. Forgive करो ना.
Okay.
What learning experience I have.
Okay.
And be thankful to that situation person. क्योंकि ये टॉक्सिक मेरे जिंदगी में है, इसलिए मैं इससे बाहर निकल के इतना स्ट्रांग आदमी बन गया. ये टॉक्सिक नहीं होता आप तो स्ट्रांग आदमी नहीं बनने वाला. तो वो भी पॉजिटिव हो गया. See, every toxicum is what, every negativity is something life trying to teach you. यार सीखो, ये चेंज करो. ये चेंज करने में और भी टॉक्सिक ज्यादा करने वाले. See, God or universe wants to be you, be a good human being and change. If you're not changing, same class में लगा के इतना देने वाला हूँ कि change करो. Once you start to change, you will see the vibration. For example, I always joke and say about this. Mostly married girls think their sasuma or their mother-in-law as toxic. Right? I tell daughters or my sisters who are married, simple funda. You be the best daughter-in-law you can. Treat her as your own mother. If you're giving 1 rupee here, give 1 rupee there. If you're talking 10 minutes to your mother, talk 10 minutes to your mother. 3 things will happen. Either you will move out of that situation, your husband might get a job, or you might get a job and you will move out. Second, something would happen is your mother-in-law will change because her daughter is not giving her that much of love. You're giving that love. Slowly your mother will change, or your mother-in-law will die. Wait for it. If you are positive, negativity can't stay around for a long time.
Right.
So if you hate your mother-in-law and you keep hating, you're going to give her a longer life. You become positive, either she'll go, she'll move, or she can't come close to you because that positive vibration when it comes within you, negativity can't stay around.
Okay.
So instead of looking on how to get out of toxicism, be positive. God will take you out of it automatically.
Okay.
Right? And that's how you got to work on.
Okay. Then
I know it's a little more deeper side because you're asking me all small bits of small topics. Like I can go on toxicum itself for half an hour, 1 hour, right? So that's I'm just giving you a summary to give you an understanding of how the human mind and the body works actually.
Right.
I can only give you a summary because you give me general questions, I'm giving general answer. If you go specific, I'll go more specific on it.
Now, in the context of toxic itself, right? Have you ever come across some examples that you find that it was actually not toxic, it was only the mindset?
Everything is mindset.
Okay.
Everything is driven by mindset only. Don't think that it's beyond that. See, even mental stuffs, right? Many people talk about depression. Many youth come to me, sir, I'm depressed, blah, 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 blah. You see the end of the thing. I said, do depression exist? They'll say, no, it doesn't exist. See, the point is many people have taken this word depression, anxiety disorder, various other OCD, blah, 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 and it goes on, right? I'm not against any medical field. 1% of the people are having mental issues, but 99% is not having, but they're sold into it. For example, as I always joke and say, people who sit in the past are depressed, people are sitting in the future are anxiety.
Okay.
Simple funda.
Right.
If you think too much about past, you will become depressed. If you think too much about the future, you will have anxiety disorder. I still know that is a medical thing. I don't want to say. Anyways, I've opened it up. I have to say it. I met a lady. She was a teacher, and during COVID time, right? And she was all covered, 2 layers of mask, completely covered. So. And everyone is like, okay, she has some issue with that. And some people told that she has this COVID anxiety disorder. I was like, yaar, ye to naya baat hai. COVID anxiety disorder kya hota hai?
Okay.
So I started discussing with her. And then I came to know that she has too much of love towards her daughter. So she's worried that she will pick up COVID and give it to her daughter.
Oh.
That is her worry.
Okay.
So I had to talk to her, make her understand your daughter is big enough. You tell her the values about how to protect herself. Next day, she came with 1 mask and no scarf, and she was walking around free. Or else she'll be taking anxiety disorder tablets now. So some people, 1% of the people need it. 99% people don't need it. But you start thinking, that's what I'm saying. When you genuinely believe that you're depressed, is when you're really depressed. Now, for example, again, these are all controversial political stuff. I don't know if I understand. Anyways, let it be.
Yeah.
Now you look at any medical article in general, right? The layout is very easy. It will say, if you have a white spot on the hand, you will go search white spot in the hand. What is it? First, they'll give you facts. Out of 5%, 1% has this white spot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then they list the symptoms.
Okay.
Which is done with various people. So all the symptoms they list. Guaranteed one of the symptoms you'll have. Then slowly they'll say, go consult a doctor. You're going to consult and tell the same thing to them. They will believe it. They'll give you the medication. So be wiseful, right? Whenever you're going on searching some stuffs on social media or whatever it is, the real truth is always in the 20th and 30th page. The first 20 pages are all marketing and sales. That's what I'm saying. All search engines are the biggest sales pitch of products to you. So if you're searching something, first the products come to you. So you're mostly sold in the... who's lazy enough to go to the 50th page? No one. But that's where the real truth is. Right? So everyone is marketing and you're all into that big sales stuff. So learn to get out of it. Take a pause back. Is he selling me or is he genuine? Go and research more about, is this person genuine or selling? And once you get out of it, the truth will come.
Right.
But most of the youth is stuck with so much of information that they think whatever they say is real only. See, if you go too much after negative information and information which you don't need, confusion starts.
Right.
So what's the problem with social media and all this? Too much of information, unnecessary. Now, again, I'm not blaming podcasts. There are some podcasts which is giving topics which is nothing is going to change people's life. Too much information. Too much information, worry will come, fear will come, anxiety will come, all this will come. Right? There are different people talks about different topics, right? And that topic has nothing to do with you. But once you know it, you'll go search for it. Like this date, this will happen. I was like, all these people are going to happen. Now you are on that date. Oh my God, my life. And then you go. Right? I always joke and say, many people have this belief that when a black cat crosses, bad things will happen. You have the belief?
Yeah, no, I don't have that belief, but I
many
heard
people
that.
have.
But I heard that.
Right? So my joke to that is, this I'm talking about a little bit superstition, right? My joke to that is, if it's a black cat crosses, people have this belief. तो 2 स्टेप पीछे जाएंगे फिर आगे जाना है या वही रास्ता हटके दूसरा हटके जाना है, ये सब बिलीफ होता है. What if the cat is half black and half white? फिर क्या होंगे? Right? So is it good or bad? No one knows. So what if it's white cat? So the problem, is it a black cat or is it a white cat which you're having this issue with? See, these are all creating anxiety. right? So if you naturally see it, so what I tell people, यार test करो, जब थोड़ा black थोड़ा white क्रॉस करके तो कुछ गलत होने वाला है या नहीं. फिर दूसरी बात, then पूरा black करो, ट्राई करो. But what you do is, जब एक cat क्रॉस होता है, then you think यार कुछ तो गड़बड़ होना है, कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. आप एक स्टोन उधर नहीं देखेंगे, उस पर आप पाव रखेंगे, गिरेंगे, हाँ कैट क्रॉस हो गया इसलिए मेरा जिंदगी खराब हो गई.
Someone to blame.
Right? So then you'll believe in the concept. Then whenever cat comes, you come in this, यार कुछ तो गलत होने, कुछ तो गलत होने, कुछ. Now you are attracting it from your life anyways.
Right.
So for example, another joke. The cat crosses. Wife ने बोला इतना खाना ये सब लेकर आने वाला. Cat cross हो, anxiety एक सामान भूल गया. घर में आके wife तो या ये तुम क्यों नहीं ले आ गए? मैं तो प्लान blah blah blah. हाँ cat cross हो गया इसलिए वह बीवी ये बोल रहा. So people are all, that's all creating so much of anxiety.
Right.
And this is कुछ तो मेरे अंदर गलती है. यार एक वो साधारण cat black हो white हो क्या होने वाला? कुछ नहीं होने वाला. Right? But there's a spiritual thing to it also, but we don't want to get into that. But in general, if you don't know, you're much more safer. So sometimes being ignorant is much more better. God always forgives ignorant people.
Right.
But if you're willingly ignoring, God hits you hard. Right? Now most of you know soft drinks is bad. Still you're drinking. He's going to hit you hard when time comes. Uska, you don't wait for when time comes, he'll hit you hard. Everyone knows that you should not have physical relationship before marriage. Maar to milne wala. If you use your body more than what you're supposed to use, you will get a person who also uses the same body. That many boys say, यार मुझे अभी तो टाइम पास करना है, शादी करना प्योर गर्ल चाहिए. नहीं होता. You are also going to get a misused girl only. And that fight will happen and the various other things will happen.
Right.
So I've seen many people who are these big players, will end up with a crazy girl. You was like, यार ये तो hero था. Why am I stuck up with this girl? You look into life, whichever heroes in your college, you will see he's married to some wrong kind of girl. You will notice that. Because पूरा energy इतना waste हो गया लड़की में और मैं hero हूँ. जब when time comes, you are zero. Heroism used in right sense only will vibrate more heroism.
Correct.
अब heroism you're using for negativity, when time comes you'll become zero. Right? So that's what happened in, now if you go Ravan, what same thing happened. He had hero, he had lot of power, but misused, so he became a zero.
Right.
So that's the conceptual law if you really look at it.
So basically, wherever you go for the talk or any student that comes to you, so basically more importantly what you get is in the relationship issues, right?
Generally yes, because that's where most of the youth is stuck.
Okay.
Right? First year degree, you look who's my girl, who's you start. यार खामका क्यों जा रहा है, which is not your topic. Right? Okay, go ahead with the question. Sorry.
कोई ऐसा इंस्टेंस भी हुआ है जिसमें आपको कोई आपको प्रॉब्लम बताने आया एंड मतलब सुन के ही आपकी मतलब फोन पे ही आप घबरा गए, व्हाट डू आई से, व्हाट डू आई सजेस्ट, लाइफ इज ऑन.
See, it's not about troublesome, right? It's not about what I have got people who are ready to jump for a suicide attempt. And they see my message and say, sir, you're saying life is all positive. This harassment happened in my life. Tell me how it's positive. So I talk, and got many people out of it also.
Okay.
I've talked to people who got raped. I talked to people who got harassed by their uncles. I've talked no, I won't average or data. Like every 6th or the 7th girl I talk to is physically harassed within their family. Mother don't know. And they come and tell to me.
Okay.
And some girls will come to me, starts with tears only. I say, kya hua? Some bad thing happened. Yeah, sir, no one knows. Only I'm telling you. Because people are all in search of a brother or people are in search of a sister. Be that brother so that my work will reduce.
Okay.
Right? Nowadays, purity of relationship is not there. जो भी लड़की आ रहा है गम से, you will propose करो गम relationship. Pure, genuine brothers are not there. So I'm just showing this world how to be a good brother. That's why I do everything as a giving back to the community in general, right? So,
but is there any one example that you got a call who is needing help and you are shivering just hearing that voice? You don't have anything that मैं क्या करूँ?
Forget here. See, till now, all thanks to God. Whoever has talked with me has figured out their life, right? I would just say all credits to God.
Great,
but I've been in situations, when you're chatting with someone, the girl is want to suicide and you're talking, 5 minutes, uska message nahi aa raha. What are you going to think? Hands are going to shiver. Rishi मैंने jumped, and last police will see your number is there last time. Right. So I tell people, whatever I'm doing is this. But luckily, after the 5 minutes, they come back. They talk again. Sir, no, my mother called or whatever it is called. So that's why I had to go suddenly. But then it's always. But so it's not about the fear part. You are doing it positive. Why would God do something negative to you?
That's true.
That's my question to
That's
God.
true.
Now I have this simple funda. The day I can't answer the questions the way I'm answering, the day I can't make people understand of what I'm trying to make, I'll stop the whole thing. मुझे कुछ शौक नहीं है ये जो भी मैं कर रहा हूँ, मुझे बस करना है, बस मुझे पता है. The day you tell me I can't answer, पूरा Deek Parassini will never exist in social media. I will live my happy life. यार, when you really look at from a financial point of view, you'll think I'm crazy. यार एक जगह ट्रैवल कर रहा है, सेशंस फ्री दे रहा है, कुछ भी नहीं चाहिए. It is just because एक बहन होगा जो कल सुसाइड करने के लिए प्लान कर रहा है. My travel money, my travel expense is more than that life which can be lost tomorrow. So my focus is there. I can talk to 1,000 people, but out of that, only 10 people come and personally talk. I'm after that 10 sisters or brothers who want a brother which they're looking for to understand that. That's my summary of what I do.
So out of from your summary, what do you think? A common mistakes or common problems in the relationship.
Main problem, relationship. Which relationship?
Now again, the most of the common thing would come around in boyfriend and husband wife.
First of all, if you're seeing boyfriend, first पहले कुछ बनो and then attract.
Correct.
उससे पहले आप attract करेंगे, you're asking for wrong thing. Stop being too much into friendship. Try to make it a brother-sister relationships, so it's always pure. Friendship relationship is not pure. Brother and sisters is always pure. We want girls and boys to have a pure relationship. That's why I tell people, girls and boys today, sir, parents have problem me talking girls and boys. Or the society has problem talking. यार brother sister बनो, मैं लड़ता हूँ आपके पापा से बात करने दो. When you're not one the brother, you want to cross the line, मैं भी बोलेंगे यार ये सही नहीं है. Right? That's the thing. And the third thing is, make sure if you cross the brother sister relationship, physically मत जाओ. At least you can easily get out of it.
Okay.
If physically you go, then that's a different energy transfer happens, which works against you to get out of it. For the youth, married people. What is the question on married people?
What is the common problems in the relationship?
Married people, the main common relationship is you're leaving third party to involve in your relationships. It could be your mother or your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, and friends. Biggest problem of any marriage is third party.
Okay.
Never the husband and wife. You leave the husband and wife alone, they'll fight tomorrow, they'll love. But you bring mother in board. किसने मेरे बेटे के बारे में ये बोला, किसने मेरे बेटी पे ये किया, then the fight will start. The third thing about most of the issues in this one is, you have a dream and your partner doesn't match that dream. Reduce your dream. Right?
Okay.
Because sometimes you have this full-flowing big dream and your partner doesn't match, you get demotivated. But if you really push the right way, he will also match. But you're directly comparing a dream guy and you're comparing with that guy who has much more better quality, but not the quality which you want. And never marry a matching partner.
Okay.
Matching partner means iska interest same hai, मैं शादी करता हूँ. Most love in relationship, they go matching. Iska interest same hai. Yeah, if you will see a happy married couple, one person is very talkative, one person is quiet. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
One person might look really cool, one person is very silent and one calm. One person will be very traveling oriented, one person likes to sit home. You see, happy married couple will be opposites because you complement each other. The strength of your wife becomes a strength. The strength of your wife will complement the weakness of the husband, and the strength of your husband will vice versa do it. That is why the concept is Shiva Shakti. Shiva is never complete without Shakti. Shakti is not complete without Shiva.
Right.
But what people are doing, Shakti is saying, I am Shakti, I am stronger than Shiva. Shiva is saying, I am Shiva, I am stronger than Shiva, is what is happening in the current married life. To be simple and one-lined, said, it is the day when Shiva comes together, or you can call it positive or negative or feminine energy or masculine energy. I'm just giving a Shiva Shakti principle. Is masculine, feminine becomes very powerful when it comes together.
Okay.
And that's what makes a married, successful, right? Learn what's the strength which comes along, not what changes this person have to be. So some people, some happy-go-lucky guys, happy-go-lucky guys, chilling life, will get a serious wife. Only then he'll be serious in life, no? Because to be a father, you have to be serious.
Right.
There you say, my girl is very toxic. She's always negative. She's always trying to, don't go too much outside with friends. Yeah, if you go too much out with friends, why get married? Marry with your friends only, no?
Right.
But you will say that the girl is toxic. For me, no, the boy is toxic. So different roles are changing. And when the roles change, you will also change. After marriage, wife is priority. Right? Before marriage, mother is priority. But then what happens? Mothers don't leave the child. That's another problem in marriage. See, after marriage, there should be a good discussion between the parents and their son of what changes are happening. If that's not happening, mother will expect something else, child will expect something, the pressure will come. That's why I'm saying most spouses are in between the other spouse and their mother. Get out of that. Right? And go closer to them. Keep a slight distance, not a deep distance. Keep a slight distance so you're safe.
Right.
Or else what happens is slowly the other marriage stuff. The mother can have a bad experience with the husband. Based on that, she will give advice to the girl whose husband is actually good.
Right.
Right? So that's a problem. सब husbands ऐसा ही होता है यार अच्छा लड़का है but you think सब husbands ऐसा है your mind will work from that ऐसा है. Like for example, your mother's husband is a very doubty guy. He goes around. The girl should get is a very nice guy. But when you start doubting everything, you'll see doubting point of view. That will bring frustration.
Right,
He will stop telling you because he's doubting. And then you will find out one small thing he didn't tell you. There, sab ladka aisa hai, divorce.
Right.
I'm just giving you a few points of what I think needs to be known.
Right.
But if you go deeper, I'll go more deeper. Right? It's all about that, right?
Yeah, I'll go deep right now.
Okay, go ahead.
So you have already helped around 50,000 people to positive writing, and from those people, somewhere where they're in their life on threat, they were on the verge of taking a decision of suicide, but however, you after talking to you, they have decided to live happily, right? Now my question is, what do you see what is the life according to you?
In simple terms, life, don't complicate it. I know many people write books about life. Life is very simple. Time given for you from birth to death, full stop. Life is just time. You have the 60 years. 60 years is a time, no? Time given to this body to be the best body which that body can do.
Okay.
Full stop.
Okay.
You have met your purpose. A mother who takes care of the child does 100% justice to the children, the husband, to the husband's parents, her parents, is highly supreme in the eyes of God than a saint leaving family and trying to find God. If that makes sense. If you tell, I love my mother, she has met her purpose of life. Don't think that 10 million or 1 million or 50 crore is what success is about. If you met your purpose, like if you're a teacher, you have done justice and flipped off 10 students to their life, you have met your purpose.
Then how to find a purpose?
First, purpose normally calls you. You can't find purpose.
Okay.
Your passion is what leads you towards your purpose. For example, you have your life, you have your goals, which means I have to make my husband happy, or I have to make my parents proud. That's a goal. You find a passion. Passion is, okay, if I do this, which I love doing, my parents will be happy. Once you start doing that, and once you sink in that, parents will pray more that, yaar, mera ladka sab kar raha hai. This I'm saying as a son, not a married. Everything sab kar raha hai. The grace will come. Then when you're in the right level, purpose will select you. That ye to ye sahi kar raha hai. Let me make him more powerful so he can create a larger impact or his own small impact to that certain people. And then, so for example, you will see some mothers will be giving so much of love. See, over love is also dangerous.
Okay.
Anything what you do over is negative. Over love, over care, over attention, over anything what you do over is also. Most mothers make this wrong. They overdo stuffs. And why they're doing over? Because they have a certain standards which they have created, and mother should be like that. Don't do much over love to the children. You will lose them only with time.
Okay.
Why? Love has a every emotions, everything, every actions. God has a number for you.
Okay, right.
You want to do it faster or you want to do it slower is your call. For example, a mother has 100 love. Let's say points, 100 points of love. If you over love, you're giving two love every time. When you're half your life, you will lose that love because you're done with it. So give one to the rest of your life. The sun be there with you. Get it? So everything what you do over, God doesn't credit you for it. That's the joke I always say. Right? Anything what you overdo, God will. किसने बोला over करने? मैंने तो नहीं बोला. तो आप लगा हुआ over देने के लिए. So that is where it gets wrong. What is the question again? Sometimes I go different topics and I go in different places.
No, it was about what is the life.
Life. So it's all about life. Is about meeting purposes. Purpose is when you do in your limit. Like so, whenever you do things in the best possible way within your limit and not overdoing, purpose will select you. Right.
So if someone
One more thing on purpose.
Yes.
Only after you die, you'll really know if you met your purpose or not.
Right.
Now, many people, me doing this free, you will think that I have no idea for my purpose. Maybe when I leave this, maybe God will say, who told you to do free wala stuff? Dumb you. Maybe he might say that. I don't know.
Right.
See, whoever has sent you, when you go back, will ask you a few questions. How was life? The first question God is going to ask you. If you say that, God, I did my best, in the best of my ability, I tried to spread positivity or your message to everyone in the best possible way, he will say, good job. If you go and say, my husband was like that, my mother was like that, okay, you have to still learn. Based on whatever religious belief, it will circulate and come back. It's as simple as that.
Right.
So when you go and leave this world, make sure whoever sent you, say that, I've learned a lot, I've improved a lot, these are the best things what happened in my life. And my main duty is to get to that death if you can. Because a guilty death is the most worst death anyone can live.
Right.
And one of my job is to get you out of that guilty death. Many old people have a lot of guilt. You have to nullify that guilt, only then you reach to that person. Or else you'd say all this guilt, ये किया, वो किया, ये नहीं हुआ, मैं ये काश में कर सकता हूँ, काश में किया होगा, मेरा बेटा मेरा पास होगा. All that is bad when you leave this world and meet that person who was sent you.
Right. Someone now finds their purpose. Your purpose finds the people. Right.
You can't find purpose. After death only you will come to know if you met your purpose or not.
Right. Now, let's say someone is working for their purpose. Right.
Okay.
Let's say their aim or their dream. Not the purpose. Their dream.
Yeah.
Now, how the people or a person stay motivated to achieve that dream or inspired?
See, first thing is there's two types of motivation: external, internal. External, you're always dependent on someone. Internally, you're not dependent on anyone. Initially, to understand a little bit of life, you need external motivation. But most people get dependent forever in the motivation. That's where you lose your self-motivation.
Okay.
So problem is most of the youth or anyone right now, I've lost the self-motivation wala part. Yaar, acha book pada, I got motivated. अच्छा स्पीच देखा, आई गॉट मोटिवेटेड. जिंदगी तो खराब चल रहा है ना, वो फिक्स करो. सेल्फ मोटिवेशन ओनली कम्स व्हेन यू फिक्स योर प्रॉब्लम्स.
Okay.
External motivation will be around. See, motivation is a scam from my point.
Okay.
Because it's not a scam, it's like a temporary satisfaction. I will say, motivation is like a vitamin tablet to an unhealthy mind.
Okay.
See, your body is unhealthy. How much your vitamin tablet, you will get that kick, but the body is unhealthy. One time is going to break down so bad that it will destroy you. So motivation is like a vitamin tablet to an unhealthy mind.
Right.
Stop using this vitamin tablet.
Okay.
Go and make your mind healthy. You don't need the vitamin tablet. You don't need motivation. Automatic self-motivation. See, that's my job. That's why I say, meet me once, clear all your doubts and forget me. Once you know your core power, once you know who you are, once you know why you are here in this world, you don't need me or any other motivation speaker or any other motivational book. Many people ask me, sir, which is the best book to read? Read your mother, father's book. Go read your book. 90% of the motivation is there only. What my parents believe, what's the religious belief, what's the cultural belief, what the values you stand by. You stand by that, you will have so much of self-confidence that you will be unstoppable. बट आप द मेरे पापा आपको ओल्ड एज है, आपका वैल्यूज का क्या, व्हाट भगवान यू बिलीव इन, ऑल दिस इज स्कैम. ओके, लाइफ विल आल्सो बी स्कैम्ड. See, you're born in that family for a reason, because only that family can teach you what you are. That family you're running away from, where you only get what the purpose and the truth is. No one has ever got the purpose going outside. They only got the purpose when you go inside, and inside is first mother, father first. Then your brothers, sisters, and build up that. See, family, many people have this confusion also. Who is this family? 5 people who you have to trust or who you have to stand by. Mother, father, trust them 100%.
Right.
Your wife, trust them 100%. I would say wife, trust 100% if you're married. If you're not married, mother, trust 100%. Brothers, sisters, and children's. Trust until marriage only.
Okay.
After marriage, don't trust your brothers, sisters.
Okay.
Don't trust your children. They are going to change because third party is controlling them.
Right.
Last is, if you believe in God or universe or whatever it is, trust it 100%. Only these are the people you have to trust. Everyone outside, you don't trust 100%. Let it be your friend, let it be your teachers, let it be your whoever it is. There are chances people will change because they don't have any personal gain or personal interest within you. If you do that, generally you're safe.
Okay. If these 5 thing, if on
These 5 people have all the problems to your solutions.
Okay. Okay. And all these 5 parameters are also with the successful man. If so, if someone is want to be successful.
See, successful again. What is success? Let me make it very, very simple. If you're improving from yesterday to today in the 5 aspects of life, which is relationship, education, health, finance, and love, you're successful.
Okay.
What is a relationship? Now you'll say, how do I figure out this relationship health? When you're born, you have your mother and father.
Right.
Then you go to school, education comes in.
Right.
Then teenage, you will decide क्या मुझे खाना है, क्या मुझे नहीं खाना. That will step in.
Right.
Then you'll get a job, finance will come in.
Right.
Then you get married, love will come in. It's a simple life concept. Only God has taught us 5 aspects are there. Work on that. That's the only thing you got to work on. If you work on relationship, if you work on education, you work on health, money will automatically come. I can sign and tell you. But many people go directly after money. माँ के छोड़कर you're going for a money. You माँ का grace नहीं है. माँ और पापा के हाँ के बगैर you जाकर भागकर शादी कर रहा है. कौन देने वाला है marriage का grace आपको? I know I've talked to a girl who went love marriage, went to a different city. Husband after marriage, few days never came back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you're doing some things not knowing सही है ना गलत है. उस time वो नशा पे और उस time वो craving पे, उस time पे वो that mama का attention नहीं मिला, you're running. Right? Now I'll tell you guys, today's girls are not like older. They don't have that much guts to leave their parents and if you think the girl will say I will run and come, 99% girls won't come. That's the reality. Right. Olden days, girls had a lot of guts. Now everyone is mother's pet.
Sir, one last question. How you are feeling the Leah Foundation and how you are thinking the Leah Foundation do a great job in near future? Not taking any 5 or 10 years, in near future.
See,
what strategy you have?
The thing about Leah Foundation, as I believe, I'm not running it. I just believe that certain things have to happen via Leah Foundation. Certain things have to happen via Leah Foundation. So it's happening. I never expected that I'll be talking to this many people. I initially wanted to be a motivation speaker and mint money out of it. But it all evolved to giving back to the community. So same way Leah Foundation also started that. If you ask me tomorrow what is going to happen, we are doing a food drive in Pune. Right? And anyone can do a food drive, right? It's not about what we believe is Liab Kitchen is a concept where anyone who creates fresh food and gives one part from their own fresh cook as a brother, they are a part of Liab Kitchen. Only thing they're not giving us the numbers. That's what we believe. We see it as the whole one family. So Liab Foundation believes that the whole world is one family. We are all doing our own part to do it. Some people support us, some people do it in various forms. At the end of the day, anyone who's doing a part of it in their own way is a part of Leah Foundation.
Okay.
Why? Life is all positive and that whole world is one family is what I believe. So you're doing this podcast.
Right.
Via me, you're helping a lot of. You're also part of Leah Foundation.
Wow. Okay.
It's not a see Leah Foundation. Many people zone it on. It's one stuff. It's not one stuff. It's considered the whole world as the thing, right? So a brother in that Leah Foundation, which is you, which I believe, maybe you might not see it, or you might see it as manifest with Bijay. But I see there is a brother wanting to be a part of Leah Foundation, which is life is all. See, life is all positive is a movement.
Okay.
Right? It's not the foundation is just it's a movement to make people think that let's all think as brothers and sisters coming together to make this world a positive place in our own way by making ourselves positive first, and then that vibration will replicate into our family. If each one of us focus on we being positive and making our family, you don't need anything else in this world. But what is happening now? Everyone is trying to help other family. Fix your family, no problem solved. Everyone works on their family. Positive is always there, which fact brings to the society a positive country, a positive world.
Right.
So I am working on one person via Leah. See, Leah Foundation is just an area where people can come together, join together, and get that positive vibration. What you're going to learn from that, what you're going to grow from that is just called Leah Foundation. Only created to create more people to at least think or do what I'm doing. See, I'm still working, right? I'm still doing this for free. Many people say to follow your passion, you're going to leave your job. It's all, what do you say, marketing, right? See, that's what you go on social media, whatever it is. Everyone is talking about your favorite topic in some form or the other so that you follow them. Right? You go and see in a relationship topic. Anyone who talks about it. One video you will say he's supporting male, one video you will see he's supporting female. Female watch the female video, male will watch the male video. What is the truth? No one is being told. Right? So people are all making this fantasy money. People are giving this fantasy stories, picking your side, showing that you are right, the husband is wrong. And the more you see it, more you justify that you doing wrong is also right because he is saying it's right. And then based on you react. But that's not right. So slowly stop getting into this marketing stuff. Stop getting into all these stuff. So Leah Foundation is created to show the people what real truth is. Because we don't do anything for anything in experience. We are doing it because we love doing it, because it's just a brother's message to this world. So the main reason why Leah Foundation is created by that simple concept. What is life is all positive? How do you balance it up? How do you come together as a community where we work for positivity? No one wants anything in return. Life is always positive. When you expect only negativity starts, when you expect only emotion starts.
Correct.
So if people can see it, now I'm doing it this way. If you can do similar talks around, go ahead and do it. None of my content is copyrighted. You can copy and take. I tell even in my sessions, after I did my talk, you liked something, put a quote, put your name underneath and spread. Because what I believe, messenger is not important, the message is important. If you can focus on that, that's more important.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Will Leah Foundation exist after me? Will that? But all I know is I have a certain duty to do in this world. Maybe it's my purpose or that I'm just doing that. Tomorrow, if I can't answer, everything is stopped. I'm in no hurry to make this 10 years, this, there. Universe and the God is planning something. Why did I come to this podcast? Only God knows. What's going to happen after this podcast? Only God knows. But you'll be thinking, many people should listen, blah, blah, blah. It's a general human perspective when you're doing something behind it. But I don't, like, for example, no one expected one of the last podcasts. I talked about how to deal with some boss or toxic boss. 1.5 million views.
Correct.
Right? Even I never expected people would view that, but people view that. So I don't keep anything in my control. I just have surrendered my body and my thing to the universe. You do whatever you want. I will support you in the best possible way. And if you think I'm not worthy for it, stop doing it. I'll happily live with my happy family life. Like, see, whatever time I have this time doing my talks, I can spend for a vacation.
Right.
I can travel all around the world.
Right.
But I'm coming here, over here, just doing this podcast just because a brother called, wants to do a greater impact.
Right.
So Bijay is here. A brother like me is here. Let's see how we can spread that life is all possible in some way.
Right.
In some way. To that one person, the purpose is actually met. It's not about 1,000 people or million people. Am I impacting one person? Is Bijay impacting one person?
Right.
It is always best to be a normal person to 1,000 people than a great person to one person.
More power to you.
Right? Because that person can affect another one person. And that person may affect another 2%. Automatically, you're touching each and every person to the best of the ability and touching the 1,000 people. But most people, what they're doing now, 1,000 people you're hitting.
Right.
You can't hit 1,000 people in one shot. You can only put one person in one shot.
Right.
So my focus is to work on one people. See, it's not about how many people you change. It is about how many less people you bring the biggest change. Right? And the other thing is that is for that you need time.
Right.
But if you charge money, then you limit your thing.
Right.
So that's the other reason why I do it as a giving back to the community. Everything about Leah Foundation or what I stand by. Now, Leah Foundation is working differently. The talks are working differently. Right? I don't take any money from that foundation to do what I'm doing. Mine is all self-sponsored. Mine I put from my own pocket, from what I'm making and doing my talks. Leah Foundation is doing another way to see if a system can be created where more people can think like me, more people can do things well. Because I have shown everything to people. That's what I tell people. Whatever I'm doing right now is a simple message to the general middle class people how this guy is doing his work, having a family, having 2 kids, and still spreading positivity in his own way without expecting anything in return. If people start thinking from that, so everyone is saying, mera, my family, my family. I'm not saying my family and the world, which is my family, is when many people say you have to leave the family to do all this crap. Right? When you're purpose driven, you have to forget all the family crap. I'm showing how to live in a family, how to work in a normal 9 to 5 job, because I work from home. How to and do whatever greatness people think I do, to show people that everyone can do what I'm doing. I have done it. You can also do the same.
Wow. More power to you, sir.
That's just a summary to you of what I do. And as I say, all thanks to God for whatever I've done, and all thanks to God for whatever, because I can't take any credits, because a person like me, I don't think I could do this. Right? It is somewhere way on the top, worked up. You can't call it universe, you can call it God. So that's why you will see me always say all thanks to God to whatever. Because when I see my life or what I've done so far, I don't think I can do it. If I think it's me. So let it happen the way it is, but I'm ready to stop it when it stops also. So if you ask me 10 years where my passion is, whatever it is, I have no idea about it. Today, I'm talking in front of you. Tomorrow, if you call me for a podcast, I might say, Bijay, I'm done with all of this. I'm living a happy life from now on. Right?
Wow.
Cool.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving the
Thanks
chance
a lot for
to
Bijay
host you.
for giving me an opportunity to spread my message further on.
Thank
and
you,
as I said, we are all brothers of one big family.
Right, sir.
Which is called this universe. Let's all spread it in our own ways, in our own small way, creating impact in different people's life.
Right, sir. Right.
Pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.